What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video with your host as always, K-Mac Time. Now you guys know that I'm a massive superhero fan. I love both Marvel and DC, but I'm usually more towards Marvel, and I feel like most people do, especially when it comes to movies. I mean, the MCU, basically, let's be real, just craps all over the DC universe. But I'm here to talk about some things that could potentially bring back DC from the dead. And one of the biggest things happening right now is, of course, the Teen Titans. Now, this is a lot of information going on with the Teen Titans. It has been blowing up recently with just all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I just want to run through what they're doing with the franchise and how this franchise, the Teen Titans, could potentially be the thing that basically brings DC back from the dead and at least give them a chance to compete with Marvel. I mean, if you look back at what Marvel did when they created the MCU, they really started doing all these movies, started with Iron Man 1 and just kind of took off, and it was amazing to see, and it's this whole strange thing. It's just so cool and interconnected, and DC just kind of been falling flat, like I said, in the movie platform, but they're kind of picking up things with their series that are getting better. Their animated movies have always been top notch, and their animated series have also been very well done. But back to Teen Titans. Now, we all know that Teen Titans Go is currently airing season 5. There's a 52-episode season of that. They're just started last month in like June, I believe, and they're about a quarter of the way through it, and that's going to be going on to probably, they're probably, I believe, October-ish, I think is their end of that run. I could be wrong on that. But obviously, there's more than likely going to be our season 6 and continuation. Now, they have not officially announced, as far as I know, a renewal of Teen Titans Go, but it does well enough with kids. The movie just came out, and I see no reason for them to cancel it. It's probably one of the more popular IPs at the moment, even though it does make fans of the original kind of upset, and it's just kind of a weirder kind of show. I don't hate it personally. Like I've said a million times, I don't hate it quite as much as everyone else does. I think it has its moments of funny, and it has its moments of action. It's not what I wanted, it's not what I like, it's not what I care for, but I see what they're doing there. Also, like I just briefly mentioned, the Teen Titans Go to the Movies movie just came out this week, and it's actually getting great reviews from critics and fans alike. I'm going to see it later today myself. I've been very busy, so I haven't been able to see it, but I'm going to see it right after I record this. I'm going to go see it so I can get a review up. People are calling it the Deadpool for kids. If that's true, that's a very good comp. That's something that's pretty smart of them to do. I think it's from its reviews, like I said, got very high marks from both critics and fans alike, and I'm pretty much excited to see it. I was not excited to see it before, but now after hearing some things about it, I am very excited to see it later today. And from what I've heard, it's one of the better recent DC movies. I mean, obviously you have Wonder Woman probably being their best as of recently. Aquaman coming out later this year could be potentially good, but you have many of their flops. Of course, we have Batman v Superman that everyone points to as being absolute dog shit. Green Lantern, everyone hated. How they treated all those other franchises could be. This could be a turning point for them, what I'm trying to get at. And what I'm trying to say here is that Teen Titans could be the key to all of this. They could be they get the kids into it. The Teen Titans Go. They have the movies. And as we saw at the end of the Teen Titans Go movie, we got a teaser for the comeback of the original Teen Titans animated series. You'll be picking up on that. That's another thing. So they could be running 2 concurrent, separate series at the same time, both on Cartoon Network, or potentially one on Cartoon Network, one on their own streaming platform, depending on how they're going to do that. No announcement's been made yet, but I would imagine that's how they're going to go down with it. But yeah, they got 2 Teen Titans series going simultaneously that are both very, very popular. Then they have this thing coming out later this year as well. It's called DC Titans, which is a live-action series of the Teen Titans. That's pretty mind-blowing. We got a trailer for that recently. It's a little bit darker. It's supposed to be an R-rated kind of version of the Teen Titans in live action. Now, a lot of people are hating on the costume design, the character design, and granted, Starfire and Raven and all them do look like awful. Beast Boy looks terrible, but I'm going to give this one a shot. I guess this is going to be streaming over on the DC Universe streaming platform, which is like a paid subscription they have, where you get all their comics and all their movies and all their shows streamed in one place, like a Netflix type deal. It's just another subscription service you can opt into. I personally don't have it yet, but I do plan on picking it up or purchasing it when DC Titans drops later this year. Supposed to be rumored into winter, November, December area. So it's be 13-hour-long episodes there. Pretty decent plotline from what I've heard. Like, again, people are hating on the character design, saying it's just terrible. That is kind of a stickler point for me. I do like to stay as original to the comics, or as close to the comics as humanly possible, and it seems like they're taking a different direction on that, which can sometimes be okay. I'm okay with directors taking their own spin on things, trying to change things up a little bit from the comics here and there. But for the most part, I want them to look and act and talk and be like the characters in the comics, because that's what the movie's about. It's about the comics. But what are you gonna do? We'll have to wait and see on that. I'm excited for it personally. I'm a huge fan of Dick Grayson, the Nightwing kind of character, and it's a little bit darker like that, and I can't wait to see that. Also, we got recent information that they've already greenlit a spin-off of that series. So DC Titans will run for 13 episodes this year, and there's a spin-off of that coming in 2019 called Doom Patrol. Again, a live-action spin-off of the DC Titans live-action series. It's going to pick up the events where Titans ends, and we see the Doom Patrol, which is a very new kind of concept to me. I know it's been around for quite some time in comic form, but it's not a comic series I've personally ever read, but I do plan on getting into that. I've looked up recommendations for Doom Patrol comics. I've read a lot of things about what there's the best series for that. I do plan on getting into that, just a little bit down the line when that series starts getting closer, start getting more information on it. And apparently it features Robot Man, Negative Man, Elastigirl, Crazy Jane, Dr. Niles, Chief, and a couple of others, and it features the Cyborg from Teen Titans, obviously. So that's gonna be something interesting as well. So I feel like DC is trying to really kind of capture this audience they have with Teen Titans and kind of fully encompass it into like a little universe, like a mini universe inside of their own universe, if that makes sense. Is they're trying to really push these characters and these series onto us with at least three or four different ways. They're doing the movies, they're doing 2 different cartoon series, they're doing 2 different live action series, all with these characters, all with these plot lines. And I feel like this could be, if it's done well. I mean, if, Teen Titans Go continues on with its path, that's okay. No one's gonna really be too much complaining there. But if they do the Teen Titans original well, if they do these live actions well, they do maybe make another movie, maybe make an original Teen Titans movie. Doom Patrol does well. This could really be the springboard that launches DC back into the mainstream. I know they're really in the mainstream. I mean, with Wonder Woman, Aquaman, these are big AAA title movies. But what I mean is, they can start to compete with the likes of Marvel, where every movie they make makes at least $1 billion. Whereas, a lot of these DC films aren't quite hitting their goals. A lot of them are like just barely making money at all. Some even losing money. They're making more money out of their DVD releases probably at this point, I would imagine. The Death of Superman, the animated movie just recently released. That movie was very well done. I enjoyed that, even though it's just basically a rehashing of a Doomsday movie, where we've actually seen Superman die I think 3 times now in 3 separate different storylines in recent history. So this one was done well, though. If you guys want to see that, I'd highly recommend checking out the Death of Superman, the animated movie. Pretty decent little flick there. But anyway, what I'm trying to get here is that could the Teen Titans be the thing that brings DC back on top? I don't think they'll ever be able to compete with Marvel, at least as of not right now, because Marvel just got such a huge lead on them with the MCU. They're cranking out awesome movies. Avengers is just amazing, and just everything that Marvel touches these days is gold, whereas DC, it's kind of more hit or miss, mostly more missing, obviously. But I do think they can bring these franchises back. I do think they can bring DC back to the limelight, and hopefully the Teen Titans is the key to that. Hopefully these series that you're doing, and more information will come out about the original Teen Titans reboot, or not even a reboot, just a coming back. Hopefully we'll get more information on that. But anyway, guys, that's all I have time for today. Thank you guys so much for sitting through this 9-minute video of me rambling about the superheroes. I appreciate every last one of you guys sitting through this. Make sure you guys are doing me a favor, smashing that like button, subscribing for more DC and Marvel and all kinds of cartoon news in your sub boxes, and then basically become best friends when you guys hit that subscribe button. We get to chat. Speaking of chat, you guys can hit me up on Discord, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. Links in the description. I chat with all my friends all the time. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always K-Mac time somewhere. Until then, take it easy and peace.